welcome to Hooligans Underground. Welcome to Standing Room Only. I'm going to start us off the trip tonight, folks. And this is about, guess who y'all? Y'all know who this is going to be about?
Yeah.
Tripidoo, or whatever his name is.
It's going to be about
You're
Boudreaux.
right. You're right, Moo.
About Boudreaux and the police down in Louisiana. Okay.
Nice.
One morning, the phone rang at the state police office in Louisiana, Troop B. And the desk sergeant answered the phone, and he hears an obviously intoxicated Boudreaux. And he be saying, like, somebody done broke into my car and stole everything. They done took the dashboard, and they done took the steering wheel, and the brake pedal, and they even took the gas pedal. Send somebody now. So before the sergeant had a chance to dispatch the troopers, the phone rang again, and it was Boudreaux. And he says, never mind, y'all. I done got into the back seat. Alright, here's one by Thibodeau. Thibodeau used to be a truck driver. He used to drive one of them long haul trucks across the country. Like, clean across the country all the way to, like, California. Okay. On this one particular trip, he had been out on the road for like 3 straight weeks. As he was driving through Nevada, he stopped into a house of ill repute. You know, one of them, like, chicken farm houses, you know? Yep. And he says, Madam, I got $500, and I want the ugliest woman you got in the house and a bologna sandwich. The madam looked at him astonished. She said, but sir, for that kind of money, you could have the finest lady in here and a 3-course meal. Thibodeau looked at her and he said, listen there, Chef. I know what I want. I ain't horny. I'm homesick. Alright, that's 2 to get us started. Now we need some funny people to come up here. I'm thinking, who wants to go first?
I guess I can do that, since I probably got the most material.
Alright, Jamie, you come on up.
Alright, so
Amy, applaud next.
It's amazing to me how the universe works, right? Because I woke up this morning trying to figure out what I was going to do here tonight, and when I woke up, I realized for the last 13 years, I've been doing SL all wrong, okay? Mm-hmm. And I've decided that we all done SL all wrong, right? Ever since the day I got here, it was all about trying to be pretty. All the women want to be pretty, all the men want to be pretty. And it occurred to me this morning that this makes no sense. Because if you really think about it, every single one of us here are fat and ugly and we're sitting in here pretending. Like, that makes no sense. If you're gonna play SL the right way, you need to play it like a cartoon or a movie or something. So, I decided before I got on stage today that I was going to dress up like Superman. And I may go out and decide that next week I'm going to be a Transformer or something like that. I don't need no bento hands and I don't need no mesh skin because I can't keep up with those pretty people. I don't have that much money. And like I said, I'm fat and ugly and I'm also crippled. I'm not afraid of it. So I've been doing SL wrong this whole time. And I got it justified. I got it justified when I walked today. Because not only did I show up in a Superman suit, but when I got here, Randy was in a Superman suit. And then we had our boy Goose show up, who's an actual goose. Like, he's got it figured out.
You're the man. You're the man, my guy.
Yeah! He's got it figured out. I should have figured out 13 years ago I could be a goose. Who thought that? He's the only one in the whole place that can walk up to any woman on SL and go, "Hey, baby, can I get some bread?"
Watch out with the pecker. I mean to pecker.
I'm sure he likes some pecker. I'm sure that's the case. And he can actually get away with it. It actually reminded me, and I tell this story a lot, but it's the honest truth. The night that Thinker found me doing stand-up in a comedy club, I was in a really bad mood that night because a guy had walked in that night just before I started with crutches, right? And here I am, an actual crippled on SL, like I'm in a wheelchair in real life, and here walks in this dude playing a cripple on SL to get women, okay? and so I felt like somebody had like totally stolen my gig. And I told him, I said, "We can all walk in here, bro. Ain't nobody buying your bit." That's what I told him. And I, to this day, I can't believe it has taken me so long to figure out that I've done SL so long. I'm so glad that Timmy's here. And Timmy's here, and she has somebody on her arm that wasn't here last week. And I'm so glad she's here, because I've always wondered some things about SL. When I started doing comedy in SL, I had a friend who decided she was going to have a baby, right? Because you can do that here. And I was like, cool. I think that's pretty cool. And I thought it was cool until I logged on one day and this woman said to me, "I'm sorry I can't hang out. I have to go to my last obstetrician appointment. Like, I have to go, make sure the baby's all good." And I thought that was a little weird. But I let her go to the appointment. And so she went, and when she got done, I said, "So what do you say? How'd everything turn out?" And she hands me a note card and says, "Here's his report." Right? And so I'm reading this thing, and it has all this information about this baby that she's going to have. And then at the bottom of the note card, it says, "For services rendered, 5,000 lindens." And I said, "Are you seriously telling me that you paid a guy 5,000 lindens for a doctor appointment?" And he said, "Yes." And that, ladies and gentlemen, when I started telling people at the top of my lungs, it's not real. And if you're paying an obstetrician to have your baby checked out, you're getting ripped off. That's what that is. You're getting ripped off. And if you believe you're not getting ripped off, let me introduce you to my friend who's a psychic that charges 10,000 lindens an hour. Because that's the thing here. We got psychics, we got divorce lawyers, we got obstetricians, we got everything, and we're all just suckers. Right? And so, ears, I'm so glad that Goose is here. I'm really glad.
I'm glad you're there, my guy. You're doing great.
Because because I have to ask this question, sir.
Yeah.
How long have you been a goose?
I have been a goose for 3 days.
Okay, so you've been a goose for 3 days, so let's do this. Give me your best pickup line that you got as a goose.
Let me goose you.
Honk! That's what he's got, honk! Okay, I'll give you that, okay? You might need to work on that just a little bit, buddy. I can think of some ways to get some though. But
Do you want to get goosed? Might be good, you know.
yeah, that'd be a way to go. That, but the other thing that I noticed when I walked in the door is that Pepper is dressed like the SL version of Daisy Duke.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I am the farmer's daughter.
right. And I love that because I'm thinking to myself, like, she's just screaming, somebody pick me up. Right? And so I'm wondering if Nick has a shotgun under the bar. Like, I'm just wondering about that because the way she walks around, like, I'm thinking there might be some role play happening there. I don't know. But my point with all of this is that we can get a lot crazier with SL than a lot of us do, right?
I don't know.
And I really feel like we've been missing out. But there are some things, there are some people that live fantasy lives in SL that I do not understand, okay? I have a friend in SL who is a runway model, okay? And she takes this very seriously. They have runway shows. It's like a Saturday afternoon thing. Like, it's very serious. Like, they're not messing around.
That's right.
And I don't really understand this because the only upside to being a model here as opposed to real life is that you don't actually have to be bulimic to pull it off. Like, it's just a slider, okay? Like, that's the only thing. And I've been around this enough to know, I've been around this modeling thing enough to know that the lady that she works for still yells at her for, like, the way that she looks. and I'm like, okay, I realize that you're going for realism here, but if we're going for realism, can I get more than $2 for an hour's worth of work? I mean, like, that's what gets me. Some of these people that have these jobs, these modeling jobs, they're like totally amazed because they take it like a real job. And then you ask them what they made, and they're like, I made 1,000 Londons for like 3 hours work. And I'm like, do you realize that's like $4? Like, it's amazing what people work for in here. I'm thoroughly and completely amazed what people work for in here. I think it would be a whole lot more fun to just be a troll in SL.
Oh, God.
And I've decided, again, this is another one of those things. I'm almost positive that I haven't been doing SL right this whole time. Because the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is I want to ask, how many people in here have alts? Everybody got an alt?
I do.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
And so basically, everybody has got no. I will tell you, me, Mr. Jamie Jordan, does not have an alt. Right? I've never got. This is my only avatar. It's the only avatar I ever made. I do not have an alt. And it got me wondering about what you people that have alts actually do. Because I know why people make alts. There's good reasons to make alts. But I think people go about it the wrong way. Here's what I'm wondering, and this is a question for you people with alts. Have you ever gotten on your alt and started a rumor about your name with your old friends and didn't get back to your avatar? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, how does that work? Like, if you're on an alt, is it like going on vacation? Like, do you wake up in a different house with a different group of friends in a different time zone? Like, how does it work? Somebody tell me, because I don't know.
Ain't easy, brother.
I get what Randy's saying, but I want to hear from the women, like, because I know the women that have the always, the women have separate sets of friends, they got separate houses, I know this, so some of you women in here, I want to know, Pepper, I want to hear from you, how does it work? Because I really am, I'm curious.
Pepper.
Yes.
Pep.
I think she just fell asleep is what happened. But I don't know, I'm curious. I've never had an alt. I have no idea how it works. Like,
It's really tough because if you type in the wrong box while you're in the alt, everybody knows who you are and then you fuck it all up.
well, okay. Okay, so 4 alts?
Yeah, they're for dance. I'll use them for dance to put them on the dance pads.
Okay, so, but see, to me, that's not really an alt. That's like a clone.
Necessity. It's necessity. I
Well, I
have 2
use my
males
alt
and
for.
2 females.
Okay, so here's my question. And I guess I can ask Timmy this as well, because I know Timmy has both. I know Timmy has alts. Timmy has multiple alts. I've never
No,
known
I have 2 ults. Thank you very much.
I just know this, okay? So for those of you that have multiple alts, do you ever get confused about where you are and who you're talking to?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Like, does that ever happen? Because I
Nope.
get lost.
Because I only use my ults when I'm building things, test things out.
Yeah,
Right,
who I
so-
am, yeah, but not who I'm talking
My
to.
main
Only
is my-
one can talk.
Y'all
Only
can
one
get
can
in
talk.
Big ass trouble.
And this is the one I usually use.
Only one can talk, or you echo.
But my question is, doesn't every alt have a different group of friends?
No, they're only with the
Okay.
same group for me.
Okay.
My ults don't have any friends because, like I said, I only use them for testing.
Yeah,
Right.
me too. For
Yeah,
dance.
okay. So that answers my question, because if it was me, I would, if I were going to make an alt, that alt would have a completely different life with a completely different group of friends, with like I was like on vacation or something.
Well,
It takes too much effort just fucking doing my main.
Right. And so I'm wondering, weird about the thing. And so I've gone this whole time and I've not had an alt. And basically what you people are telling me is that I'm not missing out at all and it's a massive pain in the ass. That's what I hear. Is that basically appropriate? So here's what I'm wondering. For all the people on SL that have ults, how many people do we actually believe are on SL? Because you can look at the number, but you gotta know every person that's on SL's got at least 3 ults, and so there's probably only a total of 25 people on SL. Like, and everybody is slept with everybody else at this point. So I kind of worry about that. I mean, that's exactly what I worry about. Is that we're it. Like the world has actually ended, and we're what's left. And if we're what's left, then God help us. And
Appropriate brush off to people who used to proposition me for sex.
right?
All these guys, and it's like, if sex is all you want, why don't you go out, make yourself a female alt, log her in, and you can go fuck yourself.
Well, that's what Randy does.
Shit.
No, Randy does. He told me.
Randy, I thought you said Cindy does, and it's like, no.
Randy does his own avatar. And anyway,
I do.
Yeah, he does.
I actually do because I use it to test
his
sex pads
penises and stuff. Yeah, he does.
That's great. I love that somebody actually admitted that. But
I admitted it for him, but I didn't want to tell
He
you.
always tells the truth. You know that. Come on.
but see here, yes,
Jamie,
yes.
I love you. I love you, Jamie.
I love you.
I'm on the stage by you. This is my my baby Batinsky avatar. I actually was dancing as a really pretty girl with the DJ in a club with Pepper, or Abby Rose Abbott, and I turned into baby Batinsky, but I think I might have been naked. I can't remember if I had the bikini on, but I ended up chasing him around the entire club off the stage, and he was screaming, "Help me! Help me! Get me away from her!" He really was enamored with me until I turned into baby Batinsky. But anyway, this is my baby Batinsky avatar.
Yeah.
See, that right there, that makes my entire point. Like, you guys think that I'm totally just making this up, but the whole idea of this whole thing totally scared me. I mean, the fact that somebody just admitted that Randy has ults that he has sex with, now I have to ask, is that like masturbating with your other hands? Like, I mean, teach their own, man, but like, wow, you gotta be really struggling to go that far.
Babies almost speechless over here. Holy shit. Dude,
That's
the feral avatars, I do that shit.
Thank
with
you,
to
honey.
try it out. Oh, hell yeah. I'm a dirty dog. I'm a dirty damn dog.
Bowling is a discussion. What I'm learning
Caesar says to me, Randy, do you do that
is
always?
what I'm learning.
That's your logo.
that's why I'm
I
good
am
at
Randy
SL
always. Yeah.
What I'm learning from all of this is that they're all completely insane, right? Like that's what I'm learning from all this is they're all completely insane.
Yes, it is.
And so before I get off the stage, I just want to pose an idea to you guys. I think we are missing a massive opportunity to make a lot of money on SL.
Let's do it.
And the way that we're going to make a lot of money on SL is if we just turn this entire thing into a sitcom. Like, I don't know why people aren't making sitcoms on SL, because you can do that shit. Like, this place has got some drama already. Just put a camera on and let's go. Like, this is the ultimate place to do a sitcom. I mean, this is the only place that a man and a woman and a duck can be run by the same guy. Hey, you can make that happen. You can make that happen. No offense, Goose, but I know you've probably done it. So yeah.
Sure, why not?
So that's what I want to pose to y'all. I think we need to start an SL sitcom, and it needs to happen post-save.
Instant message.
I agree.
We can
Yeah.
figure it out. We can coordinate, man.
That's some good stuff. My name is Jamie Jordan. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's what I got for tonight.
Yay!
Yay, applause.
That was great, Jamie.
Good job, guy. Hell yeah.
Excellent. Everybody,
Superman.
big hand for Jamie.
Damn right.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
You're awesome, bro.
All right.
You're
All right.
awesome.
I got one more Boudreaux joke before we get Randy up here. And it's going to
Me?
go like this. Yeah, Randy, you next, bro. Trust
Yay,
me.
buddy.
No, I'll try my best.
All right. It was about 3 a.m. at the Holiday Inn down in New Iberia, Louisiana. The desk clerk got the phone call from a very drunk Boudreaux asking what time the bar opens. Say, desk clerk, what time this bar gonna open? It opens at noon, answers the clerk. About an hour later, the phone ring again, and it's Boudreaux again. He said, what time does this bar open? Same time as before, Boudreaux, noon. Replied the clerk.
Boudreaux.
About another hour passed by, Boudreaux called again. This time he just plastered. I mean, he on the floor, y'all. When'd you shade the bar gonna open? The clerk, getting a little more than a little impatient with his drunkenness. I've already done told you once, and I done told you again, the bar opens up at noon. But if you absolutely cannot wait, I could have room service bring you up something. Boudreaux said, what? No. I don't want to get in. I'm trying to get out. All right, come on, Randy. Come on, man.
Yay, Randy, come on, buddy, yay!
I'll give it a shot.
Hey man, I'm in front lane.
He's all right. He's
That's all right. You got a footprint on your head. It's okay.
he's all right. Johnny's all right when he's asleep.
I'm fixing to go.
Well, welcome y'all. Good to see you here.
Hey, Randy.
Hello.
Yeah. Good to have everybody here. Bring your friends. Make sure they bring some jokes with them. And I didn't have nothing prepared because my big computer fucked up, and I'm putting a motherboard in it, and it's all in pieces on a table. And so I'm using my little laptop to save my ass tonight. I didn't think I was going to be able to go on, but I reckon I can. I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, bro. Oh, I got some truly tasteless jokes here, and I know you love these. I know you love them. Let's see. What did the flasher What did the flasher say to the woman in sub-zero weather? Oh, it's so cold, I should just describe myself.
Yeah.
North Carolina, they had what, 18 inches of snow or something?
In the mountains,
They're
maybe.
moving down there too. God damn.
Nah, we only had like an inch, about 2 inches or 3 at the most.
I can handle that.
Hey.
Well, here's one I told last week. Now I'm going to tell it again because maybe you'll like it. I'll do it real quick. Man walks into his doctor's office and the receptionist gives him a form to fill out and asks him what his problem is. And he says, I've got something wrong with my dick. Oh, please watch your language, scolds the receptionist. There are women and children in the waiting room. Well, would-be patient leaves the office only to return 2 minutes later and say to the receptionist, I've got a problem with my ear. Now, that's much better, says the receptionist. What's wrong with it? I can't piss out of it. That was good last week. Oh, I told that one already too. Wait a minute. Let me flip the page here. I got caught with my britches down because I don't have my good computer. So let's see. A married woman is entertaining her lover one rainy afternoon when her husband unexpectedly comes home from work. Quick, out on the roof, says the woman, pushing him out the bedroom window and closing it just as her husband's footsteps reach the top of the stairs. Now, crouched on the roof in the rain, the boyfriend is naked except for a rubber and is wondering what in the hell his next move should be. Well, the first person in sight is a jogger. The boyfriend takes a deep breath, jumps off the roof, and falls into a steep falls into step alongside the jogger as nonchalantly as he possibly can. After a block and a half, the jogger looks over and can no longer contain his curiosity and asks, Hey, you always wear that thing when you run? Nah, says the boyfriend coolly, only when it rains. Crickets. Got crickets on that one. Didn't like that one. All right. See, here's one. Had been at sea for 3 months, the sailor was extremely horny when they reached port. Heading straight for the nearest whorehouse, he asked the price. $75, replied the madam. It seemed a pretty steep price to the paid up and was to a waiting girl. When the whore opened up the door, she saw the sailor masturbating furiously on the bed. Stop, stop, she cried. What are you doing? Hey, for $75, you don't think I'm going to have to get the easy? Oh, nothing. I'm getting no sound.
Yo, if nobody laughs, just know the legend in the corner watching you. I'm laughing, brother. What's up?
Let's see, here's another one. A farmer needed help as he came to realize that his manhood was failing him. So he asked his doctor for a cure. The doctor gave him a small container of pills and told him to take no more than one a week. Back at the farm, the farmer thought he'd try horse first. Horse swallowed the pill, jumped out of his stall, kicked the side of the barn door down, and ran off down the road. Most pills are too strong for me, the farmer thought, and poured the rest into the well. Later, when the doctor asked the farmer how the pills were working, the farmer said he had thrown it in the well. Good Lord, the doctor exclaimed. You ain't drunk any of that water, have you? No, the farmer said. We can't get the pump handle down. I don't know. I like that one. I don't know. Let's see. This one for Juana. One day, when the teacher walked up to the chalkboard, noticed someone had written the word penis in letters. Turned around and scanned the class looking for a guilty face. Finding nobody looking guilty, she quickly erased it and began her class. The next day, she went into the room and noticed in larger letters, written about halfway across the board, the word "in." Looked around in vain for the culprit, so she proceeded with the day's lesson. Every morning for about a week, she went to the classroom and found the word penis. Each day's letters were larger than the previous. Finally, one day, she walked in expecting to find the word penis on the board. Said the words, "The more you rub it, the bigger it gets."
Yeah.
Like I'm glad you like at least one of them. Here. Sam the butcher wants desperately to try to impress a beautiful lady customer that he has got. So one morning when she walks in, he says, "Good morning. What can I do for you this lovely day?" The woman replies sternly, "Give me some of that prime rib that's on special." Sam hurriedly shuffles round behind the counter. "It's been a long time since you've been in the shop," he says, eagerness mounting up in his voice. "So today, I'm going to do something special for you. I won't put my finger on the scale." "Do that?" The pretty customer replies coldly. "Sam, dear, if your dick were as big as that thumb, I'd buy my meat here all the time."
That's good.
Got one here about a Scotsman. A Scotsman stopped up for a few drinks at his local pub. Home he was having some trouble navigating, so he decided to take a little rest by the roadside. As he was snoring gently away, two girls came by and one said, "So, they say Scotsmen go naked under their kilts. Shall we see if it's true?" And eagerly agreed and lifted his kilt. For it to be true indeed. In fact, what greeted her eyes was so pleasing. One of the girls took her blue hair ribbon and tied it around the man's neck as he slept. Well, not too much later, the Scotsman woke, and when he stood up to take a pee, he got quite a start at the sight of the blue ribbon. "Man," he exclaimed, "I don't know what you've been up to, but I'm certainly glad to see you took first place."
Yeah.
That's a good one. One day, this fella woke up to find that he had 3 bright red circles around the base of his penis. He started to panic. He rushed to his doctor, thinking he'd contracted some new kind of virus or maybe VD even. Well, the doctor was equally puzzled by the symptoms and gave the guy a course of antibiotics and told him to come back in a week if the didn't clear up. A week later, the guy was back in the doctor's office, but the second dose of medication had no effect either. On his third visit, the doctor told the guy to try various creams, soaps, and lotions. Next day, the patient was back. It worked. "Oh, really? And what did you use to get rid of the rings?" asked the doctor. "Lipstick." Don't blame me. These are truly tasteless jokes now.
Okay.
You know, I'm a God-fearing man. Don't believe that, you know. All right, here we go. 3 friends were out enjoying a night on the town, and the suggestion was that they all visit the local whorehouse, and they all met with enthusiasm all around. They all agreed, especially when the madam told them that there was a special offer that evening. $100, $150, $200, customer would receive a sexual treat beyond his wildest dreams. Well, the first guy forks out $100, is shown to the first door on the right, and soon his friends hear cries of ecstasy. He emerges sometime later, still sweaty and out of breath and grinning from ear to ear. Oh, she's the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, he says. Goes on to explain that after extensive foreplay, she had put 2 pineapple rings around his penis and eaten them. Nope. Second guy could hardly wait. He forked over his $150 and gone to a room, and soon wild cries of bliss could be heard. Eventually, he returns with the same grin and the same story, except that he had gotten whipped cream along with the 2 pineapple rings. Now, the third guy, he's beside himself. Now, he did a little persuading and part with his $200, but he's shown to a room upstairs. He paid the money, and soon cries of ecstasy can be heard, but his friends are puzzled when they're interrupted by a scream of agony. He returns, they can't wait to hear what happened. Yes, he explained wearily, she was the most damn beautiful woman I'd ever seen. After extensive foreplay, she had covered my dick with 2 pineapple rings, whipped cream, chopped nuts, and topped it off with a maraschino cherry. Well, so then what happened? His friends asked eagerly. Well, he replied, it looked so good I ate it myself.
Oh, God.
That's terrible, ain't it?
Yeah.
You want some more, or is there somebody else want to come up? Okay, good. I need a break. I'm going to get down, see if I can move myself. Oh, God. Woo! It's tough.
All right,
Tough.
everybody. Big hand from Randy. Yay.
Thank you. No need for applause. Just throw
Thank you,
Linden.
Randy. You did great. Where you going?
Just throw Lindens, that's all.
All right, guys. Tonight, I'm going to spare you the next batch of Boudreaux jokes. We got a special treat. We got the farmer's daughter, and she is going to just knock it out and make us laugh. Everybody, welcome Pepper.
Yay, Pepper!
Hi everyone, how are you doing tonight?
Good if we got some fresh
If
eggs.
you don't know me, I am a real life farmer's daughter. I grew up in New York, not to be mistaken for upstate New York, because most people think New York City is New York. Well, let me tell you a little story about something that happened to me the other day. Me and Wynot were getting ice cream at the Texaco station in town, and a big old Cadillac pulled up, and a man in one of those city slicker suits got out and asked me for directions. I told him I knew the way to town, and I hopped into the back seat with him. How did I know the directions he wanted was from the snap on my jeans to the zipper? My little dog is growling.
Growling, I heard that.
Does not appreciate that at all. Well, the other day, I was riding a donkey when Tandra, my sissy, threw a rock at me and I fell off. I guess I was stoned off my ass.
Ah!
You know, during this pandemic, I'm really wondering why Hooters hasn't launched a home delivery service called Knockers. Seems like a missed opportunity to me. Okay, growing up on the farm, there were lots and lots of animals. So, a duck, a skunk, and a deer went out to dinner at a restaurant one night. When it came time to pay, the skunk didn't have a cent, the deer didn't have a buck, so they put the meal on the duck's bill.
Ah.
All right, we're closing in on time, so let's have somebody else come up here. Thank you, guys.
Yay, that was great, Pepper.
Big hand for Pepper. Big hand for Pepper. All right, yeah, and she is right. We are a little running tight on time. So, you ready, Y? You got something?
I'm ready.
All right,
ready.
well, come on
if I
up
can
here.
get my fat ass up there. Let me
Get that fat ass
Let's
up
see.
here. We all love it.
see my fat jelly roll up to the stage. Oh God, I cracked the wood.
Oh, I hear Nelson.
I think I
I hear
cracked the
Nelson.
wood.
Ha ha.
How come my microphone's turned the wrong way? I gotta face the back to get the microphone. What the hell's with that? Why is the microphone? Well, the microphone's tipped the wrong direction, but my ass will probably break this chair, but I'm gonna sit on it anyway. How's that? Okay. I just had a couple of jokes. Oh my God, the chair is cracking. But I'm gonna say I'm really fast because my chair is about to bust. All right, I have a couple of middle-aged jokes, and then I have a couple older age jokes. I know my bust is about to bust out of here. Well, for middle-agers, you know, the good news about being middle-aged is that the glass is still half full, and the bad news is pretty soon your teeth are going to be in that glass. The thing about being a middle-aged woman is when you go for a mammogram, you realize suddenly it's the only time anyone's ever going to ask you to appear topless in a film again. Middle age is when women stop worrying about being pregnant and men stop worrying that they start to worry. The men start worrying they look like they are pregnant. You know, in our 20s, we don't give a shit what the world thinks of us. In our 30s, we worry about what the world thinks of us. In our 40s, we realize nobody actually gives a goddamn about us.
True.
And these are for the older people. This woman congratulates her aging daddy. I'm so proud of you, Pops. I noticed when you sneeze, you finally learned to put your hand in front of your mouth. Of course I have, says the old man. How the hell else can I catch my teeth? Three things happen when you get to my age. First, your memory starts to go, and there were two other things. There were two other things. Yeah. Okay.
That's below average Joe up there.
Yeah, a group of retirees is on a bus trip to the seaside, and one of the old lady comes up to the driver and says she's been molested. And the driver thinks she must be senile, so he tells her to go sit down. Well, 10 minutes later, this other old woman totters to the front and makes the same complaint. He tells her to sit down too, but then 10 minutes later, a third old lady screams she's being molested, and the driver decides he's better investigate. He stops and he walks to the back of the bus, and he finds this old man. He's down on his hands and knees. What are you doing down there? Asks the driver. And the old guy looks up and he goes, I'm looking for my toupee, and 3 times I thought I found it, but when I grabbed it, it runned away.
Oh, damn.
You know, even though I'm old, I've definitely still got it. It's the bad part is nobody wants it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, an aging playboy visits his doctor after a lifetime of wine, women, and song. Well, says the doctor, the good news is you don't have to give up singing. Life sucks and then you die, right? Okay. A widower and a widow have been friends for years. And one day the widower decides it's time he's going to pop the question. He takes the widow to dinner. He gathers up the courage and he says, "Will you marry me?" And the widow says, "Yes, yes, I will." And the meal ends and they go their respective homes that night. Well, the next morning, the widower, he's got a problem. He knew he asked the question, but did she say yes or did she say no? Oh, with trepidation, he calls her on the phone. He goes, "This is kind of embarrassing, but when I asked you if you'd marry me, what did you say?" And the widow says, "Why, I said yes, yes, and I meant it with all my heart. I'm so glad you called because I couldn't remember who had asked me." I only got a couple more here. The elderly couple are in a real romantic mood, and while they're sitting on their love seat, the old lady goes, "I remember when you used to kiss me every chance you had." And the old man leans over and he gives her a peck on her cheek. Then she says, "I remember when you used to hold my hand all the time." And the old man reaches over and he puts his hand on hers. And the old lady continues. She goes, "I can also remember when you used to nibble on my neck." And the old man sighs. He stands up and hobbles and shuffles toward the room, out of the room and back in the room. "Where are you going?" she's screaming. He goes, "I gotta find my teeth." And my last one for the night here. A real estate agent's trying to sell a really old man a new home. "It would be a marvelous investment," says the agent. "You gotta be freaking joking," says the old man. "At my age, I don't even buy green bananas." And that's it for the night for me.
All right, yeah, why? All right, so we're getting near the end of the night, but we still got time. Does anybody, we open mic, so if anybody here in the audience has a joke, the stage is open. Cricket, cricket, chirp, chirp. Okay. We got nothing, so we're going to call it a night, and I hope everybody had a great time, and thank you for coming.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.